Blessed ones of the nations of the world, thus as your brother Dan Moses or say your Sakodie of TRC Ghana coming to you on this January the 19th, 2022 with a program Testimony New World Disorder special episodes Humanity they are coming after our souls. Blessed ones, before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, and Ganjoni Benvindo, you are welcome. Kuso, Diwo to San Senor, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Poye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, Sanu, Dezua, Mkwang de Ena, Mitash, Duburo, Pezaluvat, Bine I Vinit, Barigalus, Vita Iche, Ayubon, Dubridoya, Blekomen, Estan, Hozut, Walang Aduman. Bienvenue, bienvenido, namaste, swagatam. Kushamadid, Baruch, haba, marhaba, wanyong haminida, wanying nyejeko, anyamime nyejeko, wezolo novio, miawezo, akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Some political, diplomatic, religious, and yet have chosen to be the very people that are dealing with us by willful lies, deception, and delusion, having brought humanity and the nations of the world into this total global helplessness. But blessed, once we know and we understand, we are not ignorant that all that is being done to humanity and the nations of the world, they are the wings to the ulterior agenda of these coward secret killers, evil forces, the wings of all that we are seeing in the helplessness that we are being put through in the nations of the world, on the nations of in the world, wherever we are. They are the wings, just the wings of the ulterior agenda being pushed against humanity, which is the coming after your soul, my soul, the souls of humanity and the nations of the world. Blessed ones, irrespective, we are not moved. Because we know that God has never lost control over the universe. He has not given the control of the universe to men, to these global wicked forces. And therefore, we can be confident that it is well with our souls because God is not dead and we are not dying until God says so. Blessed ones, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. We can rejoice in the Lord always because we also know that by this program we as well get to receive some divine guide, divine direction, divine insight that we may know exactly what to do in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Blessed ones, Aquaba to the program Testimony, New World Disorder. Humanity, as at this 19th of January 2022, His Excellency Joe Biden and his administration, the administration of Nana Addo Akufo Addo, the government of Haiti, the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the World Health Organization, Mr. Gabriel Jesus, the boss, the U.S. undercover agent, and Mr. Owusu Bempa of Ghana, Pastor, P-A-S-T-A, Pastor Owusu Bempa, the false prophet. They can attest that they don't own their own life. They don't own their lives, let alone owning your life, my lives, and the lives of the human race. Because their intent to have gotten me assassinated on the 17th of January 2022, their orchestration, which they sealed with a false prophecy to seek to get me eliminated from the world, God thwarted, discomfited, made null and void their wicked intentions. So, blessed ones of the nations of the world, God is not dead. And therefore, by His grace, we are not dying until He says so. Blessed ones, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. On January the 12th, 2022, Wednesday, we had met at the White House, and you had seen us openly at the White House, lifting up my voice so high to His Excellency Joe Biden and his administration, to the World Health Organization, Mr. Gabriel Jesus, the traitor against the African people and humanity. We lifted up our voice so loud to the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., to Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo and his administration, and to Mr. Owusu Bempah, the false prophet that falsely prophesied on every 31st night for innocent Ghanaians to be killed. We lifted our voice to them. We lifted our voice that humanity hear that it is nothing but total hate crime that Owusu Bempah of Ghana, Nana Addo Akufo and his administration, and the coward secret killers have been engaging in all this while to the shedding of the innocent blood of Ghanaians. And they haven't intended to get me assassinated on the 17th of January. We lifted our voice so much, so loud. But blessed ones of the nations of the world, guess what? To the understanding of His Excellency Joe Biden and his administration, Mr. Gabriel Jesus, the traitor against the African people, the hater of the human race, we lifted our voice so much that the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., the U.S. undercover agent, the Montgomery County Police assassination police, they got to understand that on January the 17th, we would certainly show up at the house of His Excellency Joe Biden at the White House of America. Because we have assured them that by the grace of God, we shall live beyond the 17th of January, and they shall see us on the 17th of January at the White House. But guess what? On the 17th of January 2022, God proved to all of them that He is a man of war, a mighty warrior. Guess what God did to them? On the 17th of January, God said, you are dealing with a people. The coward secret killers, they are a people whose conscience is seared with hot iron. Their eyes are filled with greed against humanity. Their hearts is ingrained with total wickedness, without an iota of shame. So you're lifting up of your voice at the White House on the 12th of January, that they may hear of their evils. They have no ears, therefore they heard not. So this time, I would not take you there as they expect. as they hope that you would appear there. I will let you speak to them in the loudest voice that exists. The loudest voice ever. What is that? The voice of silence. So God said, don't show up. Don't show up. They have woefully failed. I have preserved you and I'm preserving you throughout the 17th of January and beyond. Don't show up. Let them expect you. Let them anticipate. By the voice of silence, I would confound them and fill their eyes with total shame and let the world know that they are open hate crime that they are committing against humanity by seeking to get you killed, by hating you and killing your people of Ghana anyhow as they please. They have not succeeded in killing you, and let the whole world watch them in their total shame as the African never appeared, and they being counted on their own mind. Is he dead? Is he alive or not? So by the still small voice, on Wednesday the 12th of January, they heard the voice of thunder. They heard the voice of fire. But on Wednesday the 17th of January, God spoke to them by the still small voice. America and the nations of the world. Humanity, Ghana, Aquaba to the program. Testimony, New World, Disorder. Blessed ones, on the 17th of January 2022, God made Joe Biden and his administration understand that, it was here on this channel, Testimony, New World Disorder, that we humbly called on His Excellency Joe Biden that he should honorably, at the end of his 4-year term, give up the presidency and be a Nelson Mandela. The result of it is the total hatred hiding behind this US undercover agent. The 7-Eleven company, Meadowbrook Road, the false prophecy by Owusu Bempah to get me destroyed in America, that I never set foot on the soil of Ghana again. Blessed ones of the nations of the world, Aquaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder. But on the 17th of January, God, by the still small voice, spoke to Joe Biden, spoke to the World Health Organization, spoke to the Ghana Embassy, Washington, D.C., spoke to Owusu Bempah of Ghana. God spoke to the US undercover agent. And God spoke to the Washington, D.C., Ghana Embassy in their ears, asking Joe Biden in a still small voice that, Joe, now that you know that you don't own the life of the African, you don't own your own life. All of you don't own your lives. And God has kept the African alive. Joe, would you resign as a result of the total shame that you have brought on your own administration, your nation, by the hate crime to have sought the African assassinated. Joe, would you raise? This time it is not the question of, it's not a matter of after the end of your 4-year term, give up the throne honorably. It is not that. But God was asking Joe, would you resign due to the open hate crime and the shame that you have brought upon your nation? Would you resign, Joe? That is the voice that God spoke to Joe Biden on January the 17th, 2022. That is the still small voice, the question that God is asking him. He could not kill the African. Mr. Gabriel Jesus, a product of Africa, a person of color, yet having given his mind to evil stakes global to pursue this total hate crime against the African and have gotten his people lives destroyed anyhow. Would Joe resign for the shame he has brought upon the nation? Because the American people know, humanity know that all men are created equal. That is the bottom line. It doesn't matter what Joe Biden thinks. It doesn't matter what the haters in my country, Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, it doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what the wicked at the Ghana embassy was thinking, what they think. All men are created equal. But before the eyes of the entire American people, due to open hate crime, His Excellency Joe Biden and the haters has totally trampled down on the Declaration of Independence. So would he resign? Or he would let the consequence of the hate crime continue to tear down his own nation beyond repairs in the sight of humanity? Would he resign? Or he would let his pursuit of hate crime continue to tear down his nation before the eyes of the entire human race? A still small voice has spoken to them that death could not hold my Lord captive. And therefore, the power of death that is sought to have executed against me could not hold me captive. Because as the Lord lives, I live. And as God lives, you live. Ghana, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. America, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. Asia, Australia, and all of the African continent, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder. By the hearing of our voice this 19th of January 2022, we know that of a truth, Christ Jesus, my Lord, prevailed over death. And because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Your Excellency Joe Biden, a still small voice, spoke to you on the 17th of January 2022. God did not make the African show up because he knows that a conscience is seared with hot iron. The eyes are filled with greed. Wickedness is ingrained in the hearts of men. Therefore, no loud voice do they hear regarding their wickedness being pursued against America, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world. So he, by the still small voice, spoke to you. Joe, would you resign due to the total shame that you have brought upon your nation as a result of your open pursuit of hate crime against the African, the consequence thereof, which has fallen on the whole nations of the world and your own nation, the total helplessness that America is going through, Ghana is going through, humanity and the nations, that the World Health Organization, no matter which bad noise that they are making, we know we are not ignorant, and they know that what we are facing was not orchestrated by God. It is not an accident. Human beings made it. They willfully thought of it and decided to deal with that so wickedly and by so evil. And they have done it to us. And the shame therein, they cannot contain. They don't know how to say that now our evil is over. So humanity, you are free. America, you are free. That is why God asked them at the White House on January the 12th, 2022, that if I avail myself for them to terrorize me in the name of vaccine and vaccination, would they set America free? Would they set humanity and the nations of the world? Would they set my helpless of Ghana free? Somebody, turn your eyes to Ghana. And the wickedness, the helplessness being visited upon them is beyond measure. So they are put in so much distress that they will not have time to sit and think and question, hold the government accountable regarding the heinous crimes being committed against their nation and against their people. But God is not dead. He's alive. And because He lives, we live and we can face tomorrow. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. It is well. Bye-bye.